Good morning.
Buenos dias. Buenos dias.
It is about what day? Teen. 17. We are in Hontanas, heading out. We stayed at Brigida. It was the albergue side was completely booked, so it was sad. We had to suffer and book some private rooms. Holy cow! Did I get a good night's sleep?
It was worth every penny. Yeah. We
But-
also, it was a spa, so
Yeah.
I got to soak in there.
They had a
slash
pool. They had a sauna room.
sauna.
I didn't go do any of that. I just laid in bed and took a shower, and I was asleep by 8:30, I think. I
We
think
did do almost 20 miles yesterday, so
the best thing about the place was the staff in the little kitchen area, the little store area. When I booked, they didn't tell me anything about community dinners, and all their community dinners were all completely full, except for the late ones, which were at like 9:30. No. So we walked up to the little store side where they had like sandwiches and things like that, and asked if there was any place in town to get some dinner. And she just basically offered up, and they fried us some eggs and potatoes and cut us some chorizo and had made us a big salad. And
brought us a whole bunch of bread and
bunches of bread. It was just such a treat. Those were the best
so sweet.
freaking fried eggs I think I've had in a long
They
time.
were and a flan.
And flan for dessert. Oh my gosh, that was good. It was homemade. Oh, it was so
and they
good.
use these little Crocs. Just so cute.
Anyway, that was going through Hontanas. Man, that seems to be the place. They really take care of you. That was totally unexpected surprise.
We got in a little later than we were expecting, but this little gal, I think she's from Holland or something, and she has Poland, ginger hair girl, and we ran into her probably about a mile and a half from Cornelius, and she was sick, and she could barely make it. She walked with us for a little bit, then she threw up on the side of the road, and then she just laid down. And we're like, oh boy.
Yeah. She's
And
not having a good day.
Bill was saying, well, let me carry your pack, and she's like, no. But then when she couldn't even move, did we get her up with her pack then, or did she take her pack?
She stood up with her pack. She walked for probably another half mile or so. And, I offered a few times to help carry her stuff for her. She finally took me up on it.
Yeah, she was not in good shape. And then we got to what we thought maybe was a refugio, and it was closed. Bobby and I walked up to it and turned around. It was totally locked up.
Sandball looked like it was non-existent.
Yeah. But
I didn't
she
walk
couldn't
down
go
there,
any
but-
further, and we had 3 more miles to go. And so a friend of hers kind of walked up too at the same time, and then we gave her everything she needed to sit there, and she had a taxi on the way.
Yeah, she was able to call up to the albergue. She was staying in the albergue side of the same place we were in.
Yeah.
And they helped her get a taxi. And they told her it would take about an hour for the taxi to get there. So we left her at the intersection. She sent them her exact location, I guess, with a pin or something. And so she wasn't going to move. It looked like storm clouds were rolling in. So her friend gave her poncho. She had everything else that she needed. So she just sat on the corner at the intersection and waited for the taxi.
And you guys swapped numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, we were, we didn't see her. We would have been on it for for sure, but
And
she was warm, had enough stuff.
yeah, by the time we got to the albergue, she was already there. The taxi had
Yeah.
dropped her off,
Yeah.
and she was still pretty sick.
Yeah, somebody was carrying her stuff to her bed at that point. Yeah.
So hopefully she'll be okay. We're all doing well. It was a wild day yesterday. I mean, everything from the big city of Burgos to open countryside to getting a blessing from a nun to
That was kind of fun.
running into and helping somebody out a little bit. On this albergue, we had our private room, nice little sanctuary,
We are in the bubble again.
and yeah, we caught up to the massive tour group. So there's that. So we got an early start this morning. The kitchen didn't open till 7, and we are out the door and walking at about 7:05. So I think the big tour group is hopefully sitting down for a big breakfast, and hopefully by the time they get started, we'll be halfway to breakfast, our own breakfast.
We have about 5 miles to breakfast.
About 5.5, something like that. And it's a nice gentle slope, supposedly almost all downhill.
We did have our café con leche chocolate little concoction because Bobby
Yes.
got some with her.
Thank you, Bobby, for the Nescafe, whatever the heck it is.
Donata.
It's a,
Thank you, Nestle, for the instant coffee.
and we spiked it with a little bit of Starbucks.
And Starbucks. Yep, thank you.
We
Starbucks
put it in our
soda.
little water bottles from yesterday.
Yeah.
Hot tap water.
Something.
Mm,
Worked.
mm,
Just something.
It was warm. It was sweetened. It had a little bit of cream, powdered cream of some sort in it, and then a little Starbucks spike. It was all right.
A little bit of jet fuel.
We had leftover. We bought some muffins last night from the little tienda. Had those for breakfast. So it's a little bit of a kicker to get us going.
Just enough to get us 5 miles to second breakfast.
Temperatures 35-ish, 30, something like that this morning. It's chilly. My hand is getting a little cold holding this thing, so I'm gonna put it away shortly. Clear skies for now. Supposed to get some rain around 5 o'clock, so we're hoping we can get our 17, 18 miles in before then, but we have plenty of time, so no big rush. We'll just cruise along and hopefully have another fantastic day. Anything else? I think that's it for now.
take my phone out.
Jackie. Oh, you got a shell on. Oh my god, he's so cute. Can I take your guys' picture?
We stopped for delicious breakfast again. Had these sandwiches with really freakishly good bread again, and bacon and fried eggs on there. And they had homemade banana crumble. Had to have some of that. You know, a lot of people will tell you to not stop at the first cafe. Yeah, I'm saying don't listen to that. There have been a couple of towns where the first was the only, and this one was the first, and we would have missed out on the banana crumble. So I'm happy with that choice. There was a second one, and then I've not seen anything since that second one. So, except for albergues, and some of those might have restaurants, may not. Hola.
Hola.
As you can tell, it's still kind of chilly.
Huh?
Just saying it's still kind of chilly out.
Oh, yeah.
Next town is 6.5, something like that miles away. About good spacing for another break in the day. Still not in a rush. Still working our way through town. It's a big semicircle around the base of a round hill where that castle was up on top, or fortress, or whatever it was, the ruins. I think this is the third big cathedral we've seen in this small town. Wow. That looks like that's going to come down any time. Looks like this building is abandoned. Alright, so we've had the pleasure of staring at this ascent for the last half hour or so, hoping this wasn't going to be us that have to go up this. Yep, we're going to go up it.
It's always the case.
Do you see a few people on it? Oh, sorry for the crappy camera work. Walking around mud puddles. Okay, clearly I have to pay attention to where I'm walking. Looks like 12% grade for the next, well, foreseeable future anyway. Here we go. Let it begin. About 3 minutes. Already getting amazing views. Good morning. How you doing? All right. Beautiful morning workout. Good morning. Having fun? Fun? Oh. Enjoying, I'm sorry. What Camino? Two birds? 3 birds, maybe? Of course, get Moving into Itero de la Vega. It's about, I don't know, 12:30ish. Feels like lunchtime. Got 6 or 7 more miles to go after Itero to get to Boadilla. Clouds are starting to build a little bit. Yeah, it looks like we have a cafe, bar, restaurant right here. Might be worth stopping. We'll take a look. We just had a decent lunch at Itero de la Vega. Well, there wasn't a whole lot of choices. We stopped at the first place, which was an albergue, and somebody told us the food wasn't very good there, so we moved on, and this person spoke Spanish, so she was helpful, asked some locals if they recommended another place. They did, which was just up the road, right on the path. We went up there, and it wasn't all that good either, but we got good food. We got food. We ate. Got our last, hopefully a decent boost of energy to get us our last 5 miles into Boadilla. Clouds are building and we're getting little raindrops here and there, but not enough to put on raincoats yet. We are still completely bundled up. All of us are still wearing gloves. We're wearing ear covers. The wind is just cold and relentless. But we're doing good, going strong. And yeah, right now, just looking forward to a roof over our heads and a bed to lay down in, I guess, to get some rest. Now we're in about the last couple miles. To be honest, we're just putting our heads down. It's been a long one again, really tough. Kind of what this is about, though. No complaints. Just we are struggling a bit. But, we did what, 19 and a half yesterday, probably close to 18 today. I think tomorrow's going to be a little bit shorter again. I don't know. I hope so. I don't know if you can see the trees up there. I believe that's where the town is. And probably that tiny little orange and blue dot up there, that's Bobby. She's cruising. This wind has been relentless. We're still bundled up. I still got buff covering my ears. I'm wearing gloves. I think Bobby has 2 scarves on. Something over her ears as well. Her gloves are on. I think Deb's doing the same. I don't know if you can see the trail bed very well, but just a bunch of embedded rocks. More lovely stuff for the feet. It's my favorite. The good news is, I think, we've gotten hit with about 10 raindrops so far. That's about it. It's supposed to really start raining around 5-ish. We should definitely get in easily by then. Oh, the sun comes out. You start cooking. But these clouds and the wind just keep you chilled. Okay, that's my wine for the day. Still plugging. Almost there. Boadilla. Finally. Holy cow. Relentless day. We are apparently about 5 minutes away from our albergue. There we are.
Y fue un viernes, el viernes día 19.